What's up, folks? Stu Myrick from Sportscast Talking Wrestling on the Horn. We ran late tonight. A lot of it had to do with Justin still has moving stuff, and he's dealing with some internet stuff. Hopefully we'll be here maybe in the next, hopefully 15, 20 minutes. We'll see. Figure I could give you at least a kind of a watch along for tonight's NXT 2.0 as I finish up some social media. There we go. All right, so just had Zoe Starks beat, I forget who. Now they got Blair Davenport, formerly known as B. Priestley, doing an interview segment. She's got that triple threat women's title match at NXT Worlds Collide to unify the titles. Well, and then there's Rhea Ripley from the Judgment Day. We've already seen Finn Balor from the Judgment Day talking to Braun Breaker about he should win and unify the titles and all that good stuff. So hope everybody's doing well. It was a little bit of a busy weekend, more like busy end of the week. Thursday night had Lake Travis and Arlington Martin, which was kind of neat, being at the old Globe Life Park, now known as Choctaw Stadium. Lake Travis, unfortunately, losing by 8 to Arlington Martin. It was a good game. Defense could probably stand to get better. So I had that on Thursday night. And then Friday night, Austin FC, LAFC, the two top teams in Major League Soccer's Western Conference, and Austin FC came out with on a tear, and they ended up winning 4-1. In fact, they were up. I want to say no, I can't remember. I can't remember if LAFC had scored that one goal after the Austin FC scored 4, but nevertheless, that was probably the best Austin FC has looked all year. So now they cut the lead by LAFC. They cut that down to 6 points, and Austin FC plays tomorrow night against Seattle. Or Portland, Portland. So that's an 8 o'clock kick Central Time at Q2 Stadium here in Austin. And I just like that got a text from Justin. He's on his way. So hopefully this won't go too long. We're in commercial break for NXT. We'll preview both AEW All Out and WWE Clash at the Castle, as well as NXT Worlds Collide. We also got Inspire AD with the God Complex, which will include a 4-way elimination match to rank the championships. As you know, we reset all the titles in Inspire, so you've got the Inspire AD champion Rachel Rose, the Pure Prestige champion T-Ray Watford, the Undefinable champion Great Scott, and the Lawless Darkness champion The Void. So now it's a matter of which title ranks highest. So they'll have that match, plus 6 more matches. Kid Bandit coming in. Popular trans wrestler. Has been working a lot in Game Changer Wrestling, and so we'll get to see Kid Bandit taking on Will Alday Thursday night. So, but yeah, it was, like I said, it was a fun weekend. This weekend will be good. Of course, high school football Friday night. Longhorns. Texas Longhorns kick off on Saturday. They kick off the 2022 season. The Quinn Ewers era starts as they host Louisiana Monroe at DKR Saturday night, 7:00 p.m. Central kick on Longhorn Network. Of course, hear it all across the Austin Radio Network. All three frequencies of the Horn, Coke FM, and if you'd like it in Spanish, go to 105.3 The Bat. So, plus it's Labor Day weekend, so long weekend. Get Monday off. That'll be nice. We're still in commercial break, so. NXT has been interesting. They've had, they've had these different, so, the championships, they've had all these former champions showing up to, encourage, for lack of a better term, the respective champions. Like I said, Finn Balor to encourage Braun Breaker. You had Gunther and who else was it? Oh, Butch, a.k.a. Pete Dunne, via iPad, to encourage Tyler Bate. Hey, it's Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier with a book, and it is somebody reading a New Day comic. Oh, it's Axiom, formerly known as A-Kid. So, I guess comic books or something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. But it should be a loaded weekend this weekend for wrestling with, All Out, Clash at the Castle, Worlds Collide. A lot of wrestling to watch this weekend. So we'll recap all of it next week. We'll preview it tonight, but we'll recap it all this next week, and I'll be interested to see what the main event for All Out is. If you saw the title match on Dynamite last week, you saw how that ended with CM Punk allegedly re-injuring his foot as he pivoted to make that high kick. Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer, and we'll talk about it on the air, but Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer says the main event for All Out will be Moxley versus Punk for the title. I don't know. I don't know what they do with that, how they do with that. Is it a matter of Punk deciding it's not hurt as bad and he'll wrap it up, really well and then have another go at it or what? We'll see. As of right now, and we're talking Tuesday night just after 8:30 p.m. Central. As of right now, there is no AEW World Championship match on the card for All Out. In fact, there's three championship matches. One of them is for an interim because Thunder Rosa, our dear friend Thunder Rosa, is hurt. She cannot wrestle at All Out, so they're going to do a fatal four-way to determine interim AEW Women's World Champion. Plus, you got Jade Cargill defending the TBS title against Athena, and you got Swerve and Our Glory defending the AEW World Tag Team titles against the Acclaimed. So, Wardlow, he's not defending his TNT Championship. FTR are not defending any of their tag team titles, but they are in a trios match against Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns coming over from Impact. So that'll be interesting. As we've got Diamond Mine, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Creed Brothers, and Damon Kemp taking on Gallus from NXT UK. Of course, NXT UK about to be no more. That's the reason for Worlds Collide. Right now, one of the Creeds in there against one of the members of Gallus. I don't know the names. You'll have to forgive me. Nice gut wrench suplex there. Now Damon Kemp in the ring. Damon Kemp, of course, the brother of Gable Steveson. Damon Kemp, nice throwaway slam. Now, I think that's Joe Koff. I don't know. Anyway, the biggest man from Gallus taking on Damon Kemp. And the big man from Gallus going to work on the arm now. Damon Kemp reversing. What else we got? As I mentioned, Clash of the Castle, Roman and Drew. They sent out odds. They sent out betting odds last week. But I think I saw a more current set of odds that actually has the money a little closer to even, which I don't know if this is fantasy booking or what, but there has been some scuttlebutt about the possibility of Drew winning the titles at Clash of the Castle. Again, I don't know if this is I don't know if it's a fantasy booking type deal, if it's, some the people reading more into something. I don't know. I mean, we'll do our picks, and I'm probably going to go with Roman. Just, at this point, 700 plus days, 2 years as Universal Champion. I think at this point it's a matter of use the John Madden philosophy. You pick them until they get beat. So, we'll see. Gunther and Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. That'll be a fun match. That's gonna be to quote the great Jim Ross, a slobber knocker of the highest order. Those two big brutes. So, again, back to one Creed brother just tagged in for the other. And he is maintaining control over the member of Gallus. I don't know their names, so forgive me. But yeah. But Thursday night, Inspire After Death, the God Complex at Pinball's, the Lake Creek location, 183 North here in Austin. If you, I think there are some tickets left. InspireAfterDeath.com. Get tickets. Come join us. Myself, Eamon Payton on the call. Eamon's last card. He and his husband are about to move to Pennsylvania. So this is his last Inspire show it'll be kind of a bittersweet one. I've worked with Eamon now for, over 5 years. Getting close to 6 years. And it's been fantastic to work with him. We'll do it one more time. So, but yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. Always is. Dmitry Alexandrov taking on Teflon John. That'll be a good match. So, USA promoting that their documentary series, Race for the Championship, the NASCAR thing. as NASCAR goes into the playoffs. In fact, they'll be in Fort Worth in 3 weeks, I believe. Oh, nice. Take out the knee. Ooh, beautiful suplex there by one of the Creeds. Tries to pick him up. Oh, small package. Reversal. Showing the strength. Here we go. Picks him up. Big slam. Very nice. And now, grab and hold the ankle. Ankle lock. There. Out of bounds. So, but yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. I mean, it'll be a great card. Don't get me wrong, but All Out, gotta believe there's going to be a world title match, and for some reason, I tend to think Meltzer's right. It's going to be Punk again, which means Punk will win because it's Chicago. Because they had him lose to MJF the last time he wrestled in Chicago. So you got to get that win back. So we'll see. And I'll say this during the show. If it's Punk versus Moxley, Punk's winning the title. If it's anybody else versus Moxley, Moxley's retaining. Simple as that. So now Gallus with the momentum right now. I wish I knew their names better. But, okay, blind tag to the big man from Gallus. Ooh. Just basically lands on the Creed brother. Kick out at 2. And, so yeah. Kind of weird that we only have 3 matches, and one of those was added tonight. Only 3 matches for NXT Worlds Collide. You got Braun Breaker, Tyler Bate, unify the titles. You got the triple threat women's title match that I mentioned, and they just added for the NXT women's tag team titles, Katana Chance and Caden Carter, the current NXT women's tag team champions, taking on Doudrop and Nikki ASH from Monday Night Raw. They were in the WWE women's tag team title tournament, which congratulations to Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez on winning that, defeating Dakota Kai and Io Sky. I think that was a surprise. I'll say that it was a surprise to everybody that they got the win. Damon Kemp, house of fire, like a house of fire here. He is hitting everything that moves. Oh, nice clothesline coming out off the turnbuckle. Coming out of the corner. Damon Kemp picks him up. Now what? And of course, Mr. Roderick Strong tries to, and this is where he'll, spine buster. Sends the big man out. Oh, big clothesline. Hooks the leg and gets the win. So Gallus gets the win. the distraction from Roddy Strong. And now Pretty Deadly coming in to beat up the Creeds. And here comes security. It's a Pier 6 brawl. Oh, here comes Briggs and Jensen, the NXT UK Tag Team Champs. This will become a match. You know this is going to become a match. There'll be a fatal four-way for the tag titles. Oh, we got more folks. Let's just fill up the ring. Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa. Visiting Braun Breaker. The man that Braun Breaker won the title from. So, I mean, it's kind of like win and unify the titles. Well, okay, whoever wins unifies the titles. That kind of goes with it. But yeah, I guess it's the legacy of whatever brand you wrestle for, whether it's NXT or NXT UK, which will soon be no more. Will end up being NXT Europe. So, win. Ciampa says, win. The final words of encouragement. Should be, I assume it'll be at the Performance Center. Oh, and here comes Carmelo Hayes. Hey, there he is. He finally made it. Oh, the travails. Put your arm down. You smell.
I probably do.
Yeah, you smell.
Didn't even get a chance to shower.
I know. Hi, Justin.
The guy was helpful, but, you know, a little weird.
A little weird?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Kind of got like Cableman vibes for a second there, you know?
Ew.
Oh, Cableman.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey Cableman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember that movie,
Yes,
right?
I do remember that movie. I saw it once.
Only once?
Sad I did.
It's not a bad movie.
It wasn't great.
It's not his best work.
Not even close.
So now, how is it being when you're older, when you're wiser?
1 year old just means
One new haircut from like 2 weeks ago.
1 year older just means things hurt a lot quicker than they used to when I stand for a long time or exert myself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's all the same.
We gotta get back on that DDPY.
Yeah, sure.
I need to. I always wanted to start. Never even got around to it.
How was the move?
It's been awful. Like, no kidding. Like, I think I could write a Hollywood script about it. I'm thinking about it. That's how bad it's been. But, like, yeah, even just this, like, everything that could go wrong possibly has gone wrong. And I got sick and my mom got sick. And then, like, yeah, this has not been good at all. And it's just like the internet thing is just all like, kind of like the tip.
Who's the internet provider now?
Oh man, Spectrum.
Okay.
But I don't think it's their fault. Like the guy that was working on it, big thanks to Brian. He was talking about streaming stuff, so he might come across this. You never know, right? But he was telling me that maybe somebody had put like a dent into like the wiring, like whenever they like apparently the person who had who had rented the unit before me had completely trashed the place.
Lovely.
So I'm not sure if that means that they had damaged the wiring as well. Like, you know, maybe they just ripped something out because it does look like stuff had been ripped out.
Okay. Well,
So like it wouldn't surprise me, but like the one downstairs like didn't work. I didn't want this guy, you know, it's a loft, so I didn't want him in my bedroom per se, but
Right.
especially with their muddy shoes because it has carpet. But
yeah.
apparently that's the only one that was gonna work. So
Hmm.
yeah, like when I told you I'm like
Man,
on
I'm
my
sorry to
way,
hear.
like he was just finished, but it was just all
Yeah.
like,
No,
yeah,
man, I'm sorry.
I got work I got to do, and I haven't really been able to do it. Like I
Yeah.
know you say you can go to coffee shop and stuff, but I'm like, I don't feel like sitting at a coffee shop at 10 p.m.
I get
honestly,
you.
and I don't drink coffee.
I get you. Well, man. Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. That stinks. But
Well, I am doing that. Are you going?
going to
The Melee Fighting Championships 1.
no, I probably won't. Well, it's Friday night, so I got football.
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, then I got All Out. No, I got
It starts like at 2.
Actually, I don't know what I have.
Clash at
I've
the
got-
Castle?
No, Clash of the Castle's Clash of the Castle's Saturday
Saturday.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, got Longhorn football.
You're like something that's up there, something important.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about Longhorn football.
Yeah, got
Well, I'm
Longhorn
not a Longhorn.
I know
so-
you're not, but
But
yeah.
I mean, even Aggie football, it doesn't register like,
right. I get you.
for me really. Like I'll tell
get
you,
you.
like what? Oh,
Well, it's not like I can't watch it because it's on LHN. I don't have LHN, but
what do
I
you got
figure
now?
I'll-
You got YouTube?
yeah, YouTube TV.
Oh,
They've got everything but
but
LHN.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it on the radio or something. Listen to Craig and Roger.
I mean, if you really, really want to watch it, I might have something that could help you
all
out.
right, well,
But
we'll talk later.
yeah,
We'll talk
because
later.
it's like I got to work the Melee Fighting Championships.
all right. Well,
So how should I wear my hair, Stu? And to the people out there, I guess I should make a poll. But I'm really working that card. But it's like my cage announcing debut. Like I've done ring announcing, right?
Yeah.
But this is the first time doing the cage. So should I be more over the top, like Bruce Buffer? Because I mean, I can yell like that. I really don't want to for 13 matches, but I mean, I can. I just always thought it was a little
13 matches. You may want to just do your regular ring announcing.
But I mean, I do have that Vince McMahon like when I get into it. Like
Well,
you've
yeah,
heard
but
me.
you don't want to kill your voice.
Yeah, but I mean, you
It's
heard
got to last.
But you heard the PA stuff. It's just all like
I
it's like
know.
the ER
Yeah.
fire.
I mean, just do, well, it's ring announcing. You know?
Yeah, I know. But you seen Bruce Buffer where he's like fired.
Yeah.
That's exactly how he does it, but with
Yeah, I
names,
know, I
which is
know.
kind of funny because I was watching because I was like, I don't want to be in a carbon copy. And no offense to Bruce, obviously he's good at what he does, but Michael is my epitome of
Right.
the best. So I'm just like, I kind of want to do that, but I understand where like I've seen all these other MMA guys like be over the top. So I'm like, am I supposed to be over the top?
I don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
I don't know.
I had to ask somebody. I'm still trying to figure this out. So, and
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
and of course, most important question: hair up or down? Like I gotta have a signature look. It's a gimmick. I gotta work a gimmick of some sort. Either I have the ponytail, kind of like in the Karate Kid Part 3, whatever the bad guy's name is, or I wear it down and I kind of like gel it up like Bret Hart.
Wear it down.
Dang, down. All right, that's one for down. Y'all can tell me how you vote. I got until Saturday to figure this out. I'm thinking maybe sea salt waves.
Maybe.
How about you, Stu? What'd you do for your birthday?
I did. What did I do?
Work?
Went out to dinner with some friends.
Nice.
Other than that, not much.
Hey, no tailgate for you on Saturday?
I might hit a tailgate.
Yeah,
We'll
I was like, isn't that like your thing?
It kind of is, but
Just not feeling it this
again,
Saturday?
that's part of getting old. It's like, do I want to deal with all the stuff of going downtown and?
Man, but see, you're
I'm getting old.
But that's
We'll
how
see.
I think. You're not supposed to think like me. Get
We'll
out
see.
of my
No.
mind. I'm already thinking like that, and like half your age, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
I really never understood the appeal, but you know.
The appeal is just get together with friends and drink. That's basically all. That's basically all it is.
But see, you have friends. I don't have friends that.
There you go.
Well, I don't have friends that get
I
to
have
do that
drinking
stuff.
buddies. So
Even then. Oh, I have those, but they hang out at one bar.
I get you.
Like, do you go to the lodge still?
The lodge.
Well, whatever it used to be, and then they changed it, right? That's what it's called now. The one that's in the Strip. I forgot what it was called before.
Oh, I forget it now. No, I haven't been. I haven't been
used
in
to have
a
a cup.
bar in
But
quite some time.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. So
See, when I'm not dating, I have no choice.
well, yeah, I forget.
But that's half the fun, I suppose.
What is it? What was that place called?
I just remembered that it had like those Moscow Mule mugs on the wall.
Yeah.
If you were a regular.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cool place. I liked it. It had like the shuffleboard.
Yeah, it's where my cornhole friends.
Yeah.
Their league plays there.
Can you believe that's like professional stuff now?
I know. Oh, hey,
Like,
it's a
Stu,
big
that's
deal.
what we were wasting time doing this whole
a-
podcast.
I've-
We could have spent every Tuesday night getting better at cornhole the last 6 years. We would be unstoppable.
It's okay. I don't want to be. Who we got coming out here?
Oh, because it's like the ending of this,
Yeah,
right?
it's Carmelo Hayes, the North American champion. So it is
Ricochet?
Ricochet. Yay!
Hey, that's cool though. That would be a slammer of a match. Can you
Yeah, it
imagine
could
those
be
two?
for at Worlds Collide? We'll see. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, just now, right? It's
Yeah,
all super
well,
late.
it's one of those things. Here we go.
This is the limitless Keith Lee, and you're now basking in the glory of sports guys talking wrestling.
When they're not covering the sports world, they're talking about the world of professional wrestling.
It's Sports Guys Talking Wrestling.
Now, with Justin Simmons, here's Stu Myrick.
It is Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn. Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons. How's the move?
Awful.
Awful.
It was like the worst.
Moves
of
are
the
supposed
worst.
to be awful. That's
But
why
if
I haven't moved from here in so many years.
I know, but if you go back on Twitch, you'll get the whole version of why that was
Yeah.
so. And that is the abridged version of that one as well, and that's pretty lengthy. But Stu's the one that's 1 year older, 1 year wiser.
Well, that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but now I get to put it.
We've had Lake Travis High School football game. We've had Austin FC dominating LAFC since then. So
Yeah, that was nice.
we got a full weekend of wrestling happening this
Full
weekend.
week, right? An entire week.
Well,
like
yeah,
every
pretty
day this
much,
week
yeah.
is a wrestling
Yeah.
show.
I decided to start with AEW All Out because they've got more matches scheduled right now, and that one's the one with a few more questions. So
Ooh, questions.
yeah,
questions.
AEW All Out this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. They will start with the 0 hour, not buy-in anymore. It's the 0 hour at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Get it on Bleacher Report. It'll come to us from the Now Arena, just outside Chicago. And we're going to start with, and I'm going to start with what we thought was going to be the main event. It ended up being Dynamite match last week.
Not even the main event, right?
Not in the main event. It was the top of the second hour. Jon Moxley, CM Punk. Moxley, the interim world champion. CM Punk, the world champion. Mox beats Punk in like 4 minutes because Punk, quote unquote, re-injures his foot when he pivots to make that high kick. And Mox just, pummeled him.
Mm-hmm.
2 Death Riders later, Mox is the world champion.
Well, you know how I am about social media, and it was a buzz that night. People were shocked, and people were angry too.
Well, it was that always makes me laugh.
They were
people
angry.
get angry about it because it's like.
But I will say this: I do understand to a certain extent because AEW does pride itself on. I see it, and maybe I might be wrong, but I see it as the work rate promotion.
Okay.
Like they're known for their in-ring work ability. More so than anything else. This is the ones for the indie darlings and the people that like to see high-octane energy in the ring, right?
Yeah.
So I understand those fans were probably expecting a banger from the legend CM Punk, who people have been waiting for years to have this come back in the ring, and wanting to see him pull out his greatest hits and still be able to go with this younger crop and arguably like the next like kind of offshoot of CM Punk, because he is this guy.
And let's not forget, he'd been on the shelf for 2-3 months.
Yeah.
With the injured foot.
Exactly. That too.
So
people wanted to see him go.
Now you had him in a squash, basically. As Jim Ross said, he got his ass kicked. So as of right now, and I'm saying this at just after 9 p.m. Central on a Tuesday. As of right now, we do not have an AEW World Title match for All Out. Now, if you believe the rumor and innuendo,
and I kind of do,
from Dave Meltzer, Wrestling Observer,
this one I kind of do. I know where you're going to go.
He says that the main event Sunday at All Out will be Moxley defending the title against CM Punk.
Yes.
Now, I will be interested to see, but if you're listening to us on the horn, by the time this airs, you will know how this has happened. I will be interested to see how they get there, because they showed the footage on Friday on Rampage of Punk being backstage, saying he re-injured his foot, he felt something, he doesn't know, whatever.
He's like reaching at it and stuff.
So how do they get from there to Punk challenging for the title on Sunday?
I can give you a viable way to get there. So just like all of our favorite pro athletes, a couple of cortisone shots, excuse me.
Wrap it real tight, couple cortisone shots.
Because you're a performer, and in this case, this is realistic, right? It's supposed to be. So it's like, hey, you're a gamer, you're ready to go, and it's in his hometown,
right? Which. Okay, if that's the way they go, all right.
But I was also going to say, I'm thinking maybe they make this like a Chicago street fight. Just in case he really is hurt, because you can hide it. Like you said, you get older, you get injuries for no reason sometimes, and maybe he really did hurt that foot. Maybe it's still not 100%. So the best way to protect somebody when they're not 100% is to go into these sprawling situations like a street fight. And we've seen it in the past.
And in a weird way, that is a way to hide a foot injury.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do it. I will say this. If Meltzer is right, if it does end up being Punk versus Moxley, Punk's winning the title because it's Chicago. He had the loss to MJF the last time they were wrestling in Chicago, so he's got to get the win back. So Punk's going to win the title. If it is Moxley versus anybody else, Moxley's keeping the title.
Okay, but who does he go against?
That's the $64 question, because all your viable championship contenders are going to be tied up in matches,
or they're out,
or they're
like Cole.
injured or whatever. Yeah, Adam Cole's out. Hangman Page, it's expected he might be involved in the trios title tournament finals.
I'm like, don't place too much emphasis on the trios when the world championship's at stake,
But he's, there, and again, this has got to play out tomorrow night on Dynamite. So, or if you're listening to us on the horn, it has played out, and we'll get to that here in a bit.
What about?
But it's gonna be hard to find someone that will be, for lack of a better term, worthy of getting a title shot.
But what about my boy MJF?
Now that's I've heard that. I've heard that scuttlebutt too, and I've heard people talking about that. Could he show up?
I mean, if you want eyes on the product,
we have not had an inkling about MJF since All Out. And then the when's the actor on that Dynamite when he cut that promo? We have not heard from him since.
Yeah.
Could they bring him back tomorrow night and find a way to make him the title contender?
That's all that anybody would talk about after the weekend if that's the case.
I still say Moxley keeps the title.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I can still see that, but I mean, if he comes back, that's huge. That's huge.
Oh yeah, it'd be huge. So we'll see. The rest of the card looks like this. Tony Khan announced for the 0-hour pre-show, Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull from New Japan Pro Wrestling, taking on Eddie Kingston. I think Kingston wins this one, but that's going to be a fight.
I'm glad to see that he's going to be released from suspension by then.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a really fun match to see. But you know what? I could see Ishii winning it just because of that suspension.
Could be. The Casino Ladder match winner will get an AEW title shot. They have not announced participants yet. You can figure it'll be an assortment of individuals on the roster. The TNT champion Wardlow tagging up with the Ring of Honor, IWGP Heavyweight, and AAA Tag Team Champions FTR, facing Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Gun from Impact Wrestling.
My other boys. Yes, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. I mean, how cool is that? It's like the original TNA crew right there, all together.
It is.
Man, that's tough, though.
I think
you would say FTR, right?
I would think Wardlow and FTR, but I could see it either way. But I'm gonna go with Wardlow and FTR.
Okay, I gotta go against you, man. I can't go against the Machine Guns.
Chris Jericho, the Lionheart Chris Jericho, taking on the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
He's gonna bring out the striper stuff. I'm excited.
Yeah,
something costs.
Garcia does something, to solidify his place in the Jericho Appreciation Society.
I really feel so.
We mentioned the World Trios Championship Finals. So right now it will be either the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, or United Empire, Will Ospreay and Aussie Open, facing either the Dark Order, I believe it's Silver, Reynolds, and 10, or the Best Friends. Now, again, if you believe the rumor and innuendo, I think the money right now would be it'll be the Elite taking on Dark Order, and Hangman Page will fill in for probably 10 for the Dark Order.
That would make that, I guess.
It's tied in, sure. It makes ties it up because you got Hangman, who was part of the Elite, and
well, it would also make that stable somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
Again.
I still say I think
that would be cool to see. That's how it happens.
I think the Elite come out with the titles.
Oh yeah, this whole title was built for the Elite.
Well, so Tony Khan had even said he was waiting until Kenny Omega came back to introduce the titles. So.
Yeah, so because this is like a passion project for them. They're having fun.
Right. Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland defending the AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Acclaimed. We know Swerve in Our Glory is winning this one.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't see the Acclaimed.
I like the Acclaimed. They're starting that. At least they're a tweener, I guess. The best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not stopping Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland yet.
Not yet. No.
I don't know who will soon. Our dear friend Thunder Rosa injured, so she cannot compete at All Out. So they're going to have a fatal four-way to determine interim Women's World Champion. Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida. It's got to be Storm. Because that was going to be the match. It was going to be Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa. So Toni Storm's going to win. Because they still got to set up, Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm.
I guess that makes the most sense. I was like, I could
possibly at Full Gear.
If
not sooner.
Exactly. But I could see where they gave it to Britt. I really
Nah.
can't.
I think we've had. I think we've. I don't see. I think we have seen Britt with the title enough. At least they need to go a little bit longer before they give it back to her. I'm going Toni Storm. I think Toni Storm will win.
All right. I can't.
Big grudge match: Jungle Boy and Christian Cage.
Yeah. Personal.
Now here's the thing. I get the sneaky suspicion that Luchasaurus is going to turn on Jungle Boy. I don't know why, but it just has that. There's something about it.
Oh, yeah. The team's ran its course, and it never really developed past, like, this is a guy in a lucha mask, and this is a guy that strikingly looks like Tarzan.
Well, I don't know, but I think I'm going to go Christian Cage.
But I'm with you on
Give
that
the
turn.
assist to Luchasaurus.
I'm definitely with that turn.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something. I don't know. It's.
I think he's just too big and athletic of a guy just to keep him in that one gimmick, and they have to try something different to see if it'll click. Kind of like Kane. You remember when he was like Isaac Yankem, and obviously that didn't click, but they gave him Kane, and then all of a sudden he's a Hall of Famer. You know? So it just depends sometimes on the gimmick you get. And I really think he's a really talented wrestler. So if they can give him something else that gives him more depth as a person, so the fans can connect with him emotionally beyond that I'm just a dinosaur mask, then I can see it happening.
It's possible.
Nothing wrong with it.
Ricky Starks taking on Powerhouse Hobbs. Starks cut that fiery babyface promo.
Yeah, he's really good, isn't he?
Oh, he really is.
Makes you want to strike the pose.
He is. I want to say Ricky wins, but this one has that little shred of doubt.
No. You
where Hobbs is.
Pick up the phone, dial 1-800 Starkline, because he ain't losing.
You're probably right. I think Ricky wins.
After that promo, he can't lose.
I'm pretty sure.
But you have to admit, though, I am glad to see that his star has risen as quickly as it has with him, because he just needed to be given the time to talk.
We saw it. We saw it when he's in Inspire. We saw it when he's in the NWA.
He
just needed the stage. He needed the right stage. He needed the right spotlight. So couldn't be happier for him. And then Jade Cargill defending the TBS championship against Athena.
Oh, Cargill's still not losing, though. There's no way.
I tend to agree with you, but I wonder.
Nah, man, it's already written on the paper. She ain't losing.
Well, now, just because you wrote it on the paper, your paper has been wrong before.
It has, but there's been that one pay-per-view where I got every single one right. But
there's been several I've gotten every single right. So I know they want to do the Cargill undefeated, but how long are you gonna keep it up for someone who is basically brand new to the business?
Oh, I understand, but at the same token, she fills the baddie section, and that ultimately is the most important thing. She's big on social media.
You may be right.
She's
and
popular.
I kind of want to lean Cargill, but it's one of those things where it would not shock me in the least if Athena wins.
It'd be cool to see just because, I know about her career and we know in the beginning.
Well, Athena's,
and where
Texas product.
And the injuries, kind of shortchanged her in the WWE because she already had the really fabulous NXT run before.
Her husband has a really cool gimmick. always freaks me out. Matthew sprays all that stuff in his hair, make it gray or silver or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
how much does he spend on that a month?
I don't know.
It's gotta get pricey after a while.
I don't know. We'll see.
But that's what being an artist is all about.
Yeah, I guess so. That is AEW All Out coming up this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. 0 hour, starting 1 hour earlier. Get it on Bleacher Report. It'll be from the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates, suburb of Chicago. They got stuff planned all week. They got a fan fest. Of course, they got Rampage Live Friday night. I mean, it's going to be a big weekend there in Chi-Town. So, something else that's going to happen in Chicago. I saw this. I think it may have been today. Money for Mongo. The longtime Chicago Bear legend, Texas Longhorn legend.
Yep.
Steve McMichael. He is battling ALS, just a wretched disease. The wrestling world is coming together for an all-star, free-to-watch benefit to raise money for the McMichael family. So on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, they're going to have Money for Mongo. It'll come to us from the Hyatt Regency in Schaumburg, which is, again, another suburb of Chicago. It's Conrad Thompson. His ad-free shows will be hosting Money for Mongo, streaming live on Fight TV, and it's free to watch. They're bringing together Ric Flair, Eric Bischoff, Jeff Jarrett, Jim Ross, Mick Foley, Tony Schiavone, and more. And they will have they have a website where people can donate, moneyformongo.com. Make a donation. 100% of the money raised will go to the McMichael family. If you've seen the recent pictures of Mongo,
yeah,
it absolutely breaks your heart. Because you think about him not only from his days on the 40 acres, also his days with the Chicago Bears, and then more recently his days in WCW, Horseman, former United States champion. To see him now, it's such a insidious disease ALS is, and this is draining their expenses. They're draining their money because they have to pay for all the care and everything for Mongo. So a nice way for the wrestling community to come together to help Steve Mongo McMichael.
Man, it would be really nice if UT would pick up on this too, considering
they
played there.
It'd be. I know there's a NFL alumni chapter in Chicago. Maybe, hopefully, they've done something. I know the Bears have probably picked up on it. To have to deal with that, it's really awful. And so, kudos to Conrad and everybody at Ad Free Shows for stepping up, getting this benefit together. Again, this will be Saturday. It's this Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Central. And again, it'll be emanating from the Hyatt Regency in Schaumburg, which is just outside Chicago. So, and folks will be there, obviously, for All Out. So they'll get to see this benefit there in Chicago, raising money for one of a great wrestler and a legend on the gridiron. So moneyformongo.com to donate. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we will preview WWE Clash at the Castle, the first premium live event in the UK in 30 years. Plus, we'll take a look at Inspire After Death, The God Complex. That's coming up next on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn. Yeah, that's cool, though.
You even got the branding right.
Oh, yeah. You got his number 76. And,
I imagine there's going to be a lot of people that show up from the NFL world, too, hopefully.
If I am not mistaken, I think he's in the Longhorn Hall of Honor. Mongo is. I'll have to look, but I think he is.
But, everybody knows about the 85 Bears if you've ever really watched football. So, yeah, he was a big character for them. So you hope that that more people will say more things about it.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do. So, all right, let's take let's go to Clash at the Castle. All right, got to mute Twitch. Be right back. Back here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn. Stu Myrick, Justin the Smash Simmons, practicing your Pat McAfee or Mr. Perfect
impersonation.
pencil tossing thing.
Yeah. Figured if everybody else is using that gimmick, why not me?
Why not? Why not? So
2 for 2 though.
WWE is heading to the UK. My good friend Simon Miller.
Oh yeah, he was
he's
just
gonna
here.
He's going to be there.
Where'd you guys take him to eat?
We went to Black's Barbecue.
Oh, the
one on Guadalupe.
Oh, okay.
It was just the one on Guadalupe. It was good, you know. He loved the potato salad.
Of all the things, the size.
Yeah, he loved the potato salad, which I mean, it was good potato salad, but your garden variety barbecue place potato salad.
Yeah,
So,
I would imagine so. Right,
but it was good.
I'm not a potato salad guy, so I'm
Got a
just
great, you know, had a chance to catch up with him. He just moved. He just moved a couple weeks ago. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's setting up his little studio thing and everything. So
I hope he's paying less than I am.
I hope so too. I know all the What Culture has. They got like a couple of stage shows this weekend and all that good stuff in and around Cardiff. So WWE presenting Clash at the Castle. It is on Saturday, this Saturday, at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central. So a day event, because of course we're 6 hours behind.
Yeah, well,
from the UK.
7 here.
No, it's well it depends
Central time.
Depends on what part of the UK.
Well, yeah,
Because I know British summertime it's 6 hours.
that is
So
also
it'd be
true.
like 6 p.m. there. It'll be on Peacock. It'll come to us from the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
Which
this.
is supposed to be a really nice stadium.
It is, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's just all like you said before in the intro. 32 years, right?
Yeah.
Since they've been in the back.
SummerSlam 92 was the last one.
I love the way the European fans always come up with like some chants and stuff. So I know they're gonna be really excited to see everything.
And that was the thing. I talked to Simon, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, and he was talking about, you know, the buzz is for real there, and they're treating it kind of like a WrestleMania weekend. So there are a lot of the British indies that are, you know, they've got shows running that weekend and such.
That's smart, and we've seen it here stateside.
Hey,
it makes sense.
It works here. Why not? So, right now there are only 6 matches announced. Now I'm sure Friday night on SmackDown, which by the way is taped. They taped it last week because they'll be in the UK. But I'm sure we will hear maybe 1 or 2 more Friday night. The card looks like this right now. You got Riddle or Matt Riddle because
He's
you
back.
saw. Did you see? Yeah, they
Yes.
actually had it as Matt Riddle on the Chiron.
He's back. Austin Theory is back.
Anyway, he will be facing Seth Rollins. This has been a brewing feud over the
How
last.
good was the Monday Night Raw promo?
That was interesting. That we had cursing. We had
real life stuff.
yeah, Riddle was not the laid back dude. He was fired up.
Now, again,
Rollins was Rollins. You know?
Oh, he's been so good. He's
Yeah.
so good. But this brings back my point to you that we usually have this conversation on this show about. And it's like, isn't this when pro wrestling is at its best, when it actually does tap into the real life situations?
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
I mean, it was
Let's
really
talk about
good,
your
right?
family. Oh, wait, they divorced.
And they left you
Okay.
because they don't want to. Yeah, it got personal. It was like, oh man, that's it was uncomfortable. But you're like, that was spicy. That was spicy.
I'm leaning Rollins on this one.
Oh man, that's tough though. I mean, he could take a loss.
I could see
Doesn't
either
matter.
one. I could see it going either way.
I think it makes Riddle more legit, and like all those photos here recently of him training everybody.
Yeah.
And like I think they're just trying to build it up
Yeah.
even more. So I can see him winning because again, Seth Rollins can take a loss. It's not a big deal
Actually,
for him.
now that you say that, I think maybe I'm gonna lead Riddle now.
Matt Riddle.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Matt Riddle in this one then.
I mean,
Trios action, her 6-woman tag. The Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair tagging up with Alexa Bliss and Asuka, taking on Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. Before we get to that, what did you think of Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez winning the women's tag titles?
I'm okay with it. I mean,
I thought that was fine. I didn't get the rancor over. I guess maybe because people thought it was going to be Io Sky and Dakota Kai, but they went the other direction. I'm cool with it.
I mean, they're big on Raquel. Obviously, they're going to be huge on her. They have been for a while, so it's like it makes sense.
When do we see Sasha and Naomi?
It would be nice to see him at the Clash, but if not, I hopefully shortly afterward.
I'm thinking SmackDown next week.
Yeah, I can see that too, but I think this would add fuel to the fire of the tag chase, and maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted to legitimize the belts, like they didn't, right? Wasn't that the whole reason why they were kind of?
I'm gonna go with Bayley, Io, and Dakota on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can't see the dream team of Belair and Bliss and Asuka losing though.
I got a feeling there's gonna be something.
You think
some sort of
shenanigans?
yeah, it's gonna be chicanery. So
I'm still going with the EST.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I could see them winning. I mean, that's kind of the beautiful thing about WWE now, as opposed to a month ago.
It has been weird.
Now there's actually I can see it going either way. A month ago I would have said, "Oh no," because this is what Vince is going to do.
Yeah, I'm so used to trying to think
But
like
Vince ain't
McMahon.
there.
And this is weird now.
Yeah. Edge and Rey Mysterio taking on the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
Is this it, Stu?
Is this going to be the time
Yeah.
that Dominic?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He gave her the kendo stick.
they've been planting the seeds.
He's got to be tired getting beat up by her.
I'm gonna go Judgment Day on this one, and I think Dominic turns on Rey.
I mean, he wasn't pleased when Rey was like, "Mijo, he's family, and I need his experience."
Need the experience. So, I think Judgment Day might win.
I hate to say it. I agree.
I think, like I said, I think maybe this is the one. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan defending against Shayna Baszler. Shane is going to beat her from pillar to post, but Liv Morgan's going to find a way to retain.
Is she going to have to cheat to win, huh?
Not cheat, but he'll be one of those surprise roll-up or something.
Now, is she supposed to still be a babyface? Is the crowd stopped turning on her
I think
yet?
she is.
Because the crowd was turning on her there.
They were a little bit,
like
but I
Rocky
think
style.
Yeah, but I think she's had enough opponents to help her stay babyface. I'm gonna go with Liv though, because I think they're gonna set up Liv versus Ronda Rousey eventually.
That would be cool.
For the WWE Intercontinental Championship, Gunther defending against Sheamus. Now this is going to be, to quote the great Jim Ross, this is going to be a slobber knocker of the highest order. These two dudes are just going to beat the snot out of each other. Gunther will retain, but they're going to just pummel each other.
Oh, for a second there, I was also like, well, they could give it to Sheamus for a little
Nope.
while just so it would be like the ultimate, like, hey, thank you for what you've done.
Ain't happening.
But to
It'll be Gunther.
legitimize, because if he does win, he would complete the Grand Slam. That's the only belt he hasn't won in the Federation or the WWE.
He hasn't
yet.
won Intercontinental?
Yeah, he hasn't been an Intercontinental Champion, so that would be like the ultimate thank you for all your years of service.
Yeah, he'll have
and
to
then
wait for his
Gunther
thank
can
you.
win it like the next SmackDown.
Gunther's keeping it.
I'm going to go Sheamus.
All right.
I think it's just one of those feel good things.
And then for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. Now I don't know if it's just people fantasy booking or wishful thinking. I saw a recent version of the betting odds. Money is going on both sides. It's turning almost even. I think Roman's got the slight edge.
to retain.
Now, I'm going to go John Madden here. You pick the champion stays the champion until somebody beats him. So I'm going to pick Roman. But it would not surprise me in the least if they decide, time to change it up.
I would be slightly shocked, though. Like, I wouldn't say I'm going to sit there and play it cool. I would be very interested to see the road that they would take to get to that point, because I'm invested, totally invested in this match, because I know we can go either way. But I'm totally cool with Roman Reigns retaining, because I really see that there's something else down the line. And even though this is, but I, again, like Sheamus, I also see, hey, we're not always in Europe. He gave him the title. He carried the company.
Well, now let's not forget Gunther's from Europe too.
I know. But I mean, like, hey, McIntyre, this is pretty. He's being billed as the hometown hero, even though he's from Scotland, right?
Yeah.
And more importantly, I'm looking at your WrestleMania chair here, right? So that WrestleMania, back in April 2020, he wins the title in front of nobody.
Yeah.
This time he would get a chance to claim it in front of everybody. That would be kind of making
basically his home field advantage. I get that. I totally get that.
So that's why I'm like, Drew?
I'm not. That's why I'm not going to be too surprised.
No, I know, but
just for the sake of, I think I'm going to pick Roman. Again, by hook or by crook, but we'll see.
I can't go against the bloodline.
Yeah. So, anyway, that is WWE Clash at the Castle. It is this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. Get it on Peacock from Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales. Switch gears this Thursday. So if you're listeners on the horn, tomorrow night, Inspire After Death brings you the God Complex. Pinball's Lake Creek location, 183 North here in Austin. Bell time, 7 p.m. Central. The main event, a 4-way elimination match to determine the title rankings. So you have the Inspire After Death champion, Rachel Rose, the Pure Prestige champion, T-Ray Watford, the Undefinable champion, Great Scott, and the Lawless Darkness champion, The Void. They will compete in a fatal 4-way and to determine which title ranks the highest. So
which title is the supreme title?
Yes. Plus 6 other matches. You got Stephen Wolf, who we were introduced to last month, taking on Exodus Prime. Intergender action, Prince Adam taking on Hyon. Will Allday facing the incoming Kid Bandit, who's been making a name on in Game Changer Wrestling. Okay. Vert Vixen taking on Danny B. Dmitry Alexandrov taking on Teflon John. And then a triple threat, Great Depression, Brick Savage, and Matt the Wrestler from the Born Haters.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great card. Come on out. I think there might be a few tickets left, so inspireafterdeath.com to get your tickets. This will be a TV taping. Hopefully find out TV details soon. I tell you what, the Brick Savage, that dude he is
legit.
Oh, he is something else. He is tough. he's got a mean streak, and he is tough as nails. So, but yeah, come on out to Pinball's, the Lake Creek location. Inspire After Death, the God Complex. Myself and Eamon Payton will be on the call. This will be Eamon's last card.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
I was like, it's coming up soon.
He and his husband about to move to Pennsylvania, I think later this month or later in September. So,
and that's a chapter all in itself of Inspire.
I think he's been with Inspire since day one.
I know, that's why. I was like,
I've worked with him for now close to 6 years
right?
now.
He literally needs to write the storyline book before he goes, so somebody can so somebody knows what's going on, because he knows everything.
I may need it. So, but yeah, so come on out, say hi, check us out. Inspire After Death this Thursday night at Pinball's Lake Creek location here in Austin. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, let you know what's happening in independent wrestling around the area. You're listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, and you're listening to The Horn, where Austin talks wrestling. Boom, 24. But yeah. I don't know how I'm going to feel. Eamon and I have been calling those matches for quite a while.
It's like, oh, wow.
It's been fun. So, but yeah, it'll be a fun time. Those of you on Twitch and YouTube, come on out. Pinball's Lake Creek, right up 183. Great spot, great beer, food. Go play the video games before and after.
Yeah, it's
Come
like
check
that.
it out.
Go throw some axes. That location has everything.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, let's do the final segment and wrap this puppy up. Back here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up whenever I hear Ted Nugent there. Whether it's Kevin or it's Ross and Marshall, because they use a version of that. So, besides Inspire, we got a few other cards this weekend in independent wrestling we got to tell you about. We will start in Sherman. Texoma Pro Wrestling presenting Living on the Edge Friday night at the Elks Lodge in Sherman. Bell time 8 p.m. Central. Edge Stone, Shane Taylor, Tim Storm, and Wobble. That's Texoma Pro Wrestling this Friday night in Sherman. Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance presents Rattling Rivalries Saturday at Crossroads Cafe and Cantina in Freer. El Diablo, Johnny Rocket, Alejandro Lyon, Drew Dredd, and more. That's Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance this Saturday in Freer. And then Paye Pro Wrestling presents Covenant Saturday at the Grace Preparatory Academy in Arlington. Bell time 7 p.m. Central. Mike Bennett, the one half of the new Impact Tag Team Champions, will be there. Marco Stunt, Fuego del Sol, Chandler Hopkins, and more. That's Paye Pro Wrestling this Saturday in Arlington. And that's a look at independent wrestling around the area. Wherever you may be, go out and support independent wrestling.
Those are impressive gets.
I got a chance to interview Mike Bennett a couple months ago. Just such a cool dude.
Yeah,
great.
He's
dude.
always been chill.
Yeah, him and Matt Taven become two of my favorites. One other premium live event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, NXT Worlds Collide. It will be on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Get it on Peacock from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. The card right now has 4 matches. I think they have 5 now. And this is where NXT and NXT UK will come together. NXT UK's swan song as they go off into the ether and get replaced by NXT Europe. So, title for title, NXT champion Braun Breaker will face the NXT UK champion Tyler Bate. Title for title, triple threat. NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose taking on NXT UK Women's Champion Mako Satomura, taking on Blair Davenport, formerly known as B. Priestley. In a bout for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, the champions Katana Chance and Caden Carter facing Doudrop and Nikki ASH from Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah,
that'll be fun. They were unsuccessful in the WWE Women's Tag Team Title tournament, so I had to try for the NXT Women's Tag Titles. Fatal 4-way for the NXT and NXT UK Tag Team titles to unify the titles. Briggs and Jensen, the current NXT UK Tag Team Champions, taking on the Creed Brothers, the NXT Tag Team Champions, taking on Pretty Deadly, taking on Gallus.
I like Pretty Deadly, though. They make me laugh.
They do make me laugh.
But the Creed Brothers are legit, though. They're only going to get better.
And then for the NXT North American Championship, Carmelo Hayes facing Ricochet.
That's going to be a fun match.
That is going to be fun. Ricochet, former NXT North American champion.
Exactly.
As well as Intercontinental champion.
Can you imagine if Carmelo Hayes gets the win, though?
SmackDown.
That would be like the ultimate solidifier.
That would be a big
wait. If he loses, does that mean he goes to the main roster?
I don't know. No.
You don't think he would? I mean, I think it's
I think this was just to fill out the card. I think we will still see Ricochet on SmackDown, but no, I think Carmelo Hayes is going to stay in NXT for a little bit. But that is NXT Worlds Collide this Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Get it on Peacock. So, as I said, full weekend of wrestling, full week of wrestling. It's also a full weekend of football. And we will start with high school football Thursday night as we welcome LBJ to the Austin Radio Network airwaves. LBJ will host Weiss at Nelson Field Thursday night, pregame 7:15 with no less than Craig Way and Bucky Godbolt.
I was like, they get the A team too. I'm glad to see
Bucky
it.
better be good for Friday night. Kickoff 7:30 p.m. Central. That'll be on 105.3 The Bat. LBJ and Weiss out of the Round Rock area. Friday night, you got Vandergrift traveling to Cedar Park. Pre-game 6:45 with Merle and Scott. Kickoff at 7 p.m. on 101.9 FM and AM 1260.
Are they the same classification now?
No.
Still
Because I
one?
think Cedar Park's still 5A.
They still got underneath? Okay.
Yeah. So both teams lost last week. So
I saw the Vandegrift one.
So a really good team's going to be 0-2 to start the season.
That's tough.
Also Friday night, Lake Travis, coming off the loss to Arlington Martin, will travel south on 35 to take on Cibolo Steel.
Doesn't get any easier, does it?
No, it doesn't. We'll be at Lenhoff Stadium in San Antonio. Pre-game 7:15, Mark Honig, Bucky Godbolt in the booth, and yours truly on the sidelines. Kickoff at 7:30. That'll be a 104.9 FM. And Friday night will start at 6:30 with Flex ATX.
Oh, that's right.
Snoop, Zach, and the gang. So, and then this Saturday, it is the kickoff for the 2022 Texas Longhorn football season as the Longhorns. The Quinn Ewers era starts, and he will start with Louisiana Monroe. Pre-game, 3 p.m. from Bevo Boulevard, Aaron Hogan. And the guys from Ball Don't Lie, Rod Babers, Mike Harge, will be there. So go out and check them out. Say hi. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. Central. You can hear it on the Horn and on Coke FM. If you want to hear the Spanish broadcast, go to 105.3 The Bat. But we'll see what the 2022 Texas Longhorns have in store. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I was like, I thought you were going to be way more excited than that. Okay.
It's Louisiana Monroe. I know Texas is favored, but that hasn't meant much of anything lately. So we'll see.
You got to play it on the field, right?
Yeah. I do want to see Bijan though, Ryan. So we'll see. But yeah,
man.
A great weekend of football coming up. Oh, by the way, and then let's see. And then, next weekend the NFL starts.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Bills-Rams next Thursday night.
dun, 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 dun,
So,
dun. I'm ready.
So, yeah.
That's my jam. It's pro football.
Yeah. I'll be traveling to the Cowboys game. So
Oh, so you are going.
I am going. Yeah.
You missed that spread from Jerry's World, don't you?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I would be driving all that way for a
Yeah.
spread that he gives out too, from what you tell me.
It's a good spread, believe me. So that'll do it for this week's Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. You can follow Justin Smash Simmons on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at The Smash Simmons. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stu Myrick. That's STEWMYRICK. You can follow the show on Twitter and Twitch at SGTWATX. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. We live stream on YouTube and Twitch most Tuesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Central. You can also catch us Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central on the flagship station for the Texas Longhorns and your radio home in Austin for the Dallas Cowboys. We are the Horn, 104.9, 101.9 FM, and AM 1260. Or you can catch us anytime on demand by either going to hornfm.com and click on the on-air tab, or by subscribing to us on your favorite podcast provider. Make sure you rate and review us while you're there. For Justin, I'm Stu. Thank you so much for giving us part of your time tonight. Have a great Labor Day weekend, and we will see you at the matches.
Goodbye and good night. Bang!
And there we go.
Well, it's college football season when Texas and Texas A&M people are complaining about like who's the official boot sponsor of their own athletic departments. Is it Lucci's? Is that how you say it?
Is what?
How do you say that bootmaker's name? Lucci's?
Lucchese.
Lucchese, yeah.
Yes, they're like they're official sponsor of the University of Texas.
Yeah, apparently A&M just got that, so now they're they're bragging now. Like,
Oh, we got them too.
yeah, now
Dude,
UT was like,
okay,
but we had them first. And
I think
was
we
like,
got, dude. I think we share a bunch of sponsors.
I'm pretty sure we do. It only makes sense. The two biggest schools in the state.
Yeah. So.
Because I know it's not 40
by the way,
acres.
Shout out the former head athletic trainer for football at Texas A&M, David Weir, who I worked with for a long time. Those of you who don't know, I full-time work is in state government, and one of the things I work with is in the licensing of athletic trainers in the state of Texas. And back when we had a board that made all the decisions and everything, David Weir was the chairman. And David Weir served long time head athletic trainer for football. He had since moved on to, I think, equestrian and golf. He retired today, and I think 28 years. So congratulations to David. It is a tireless job the athletic trainer has because they are up,
early.
They're working, 14, 16 hours a day sometimes, and the games and everything just, crazy. So, anyway, huge shout out to David. I could be happier for him. I know he's worked long and hard for this. And so he'll get to enjoy his retirement, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll never have to tape another ankle ever again.
I tried to do I did an ankle wrap. I'll go to these conferences and they'll have the students do like an ankle wrapping contest. And I tried it. I did okay. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be on the sideline anytime soon, but hey, whatever.
I'm pretty decent at it. I'm not sure how fast I'm at it now. I used to be pretty quick.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man. We got a lot of wrestling to watch this weekend. Got football. Got Austin FC tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. They can clinch the playoff spot if a whole lot of things happen.
Yeah, they've got,
but they need to win first.
They have to win, and then there's like, I think Nashville has to lose, or I saw
like a 3 losing
there's
ties.
like there's 3 or 4 different scenarios that have to happen. One of those has to happen, and along with Austin. Austin has to win first. That's first. Then we got to have whoever, Colorado and whatever. Anyway, but yeah, Austin and Portland tomorrow night, right?
Yep, and it won't be an easy match. It never is.
No,
but it will be a good test.
Well, and that's the thing.
But we're hoping for Regioni.
Yeah, Regioni could be available.
It would be nice. It really would, because that way we can see how good this team could possibly be getting ready for the playoffs. Because, I mean, we're only a few weeks out before the playoffs start.
Yeah, it's not out. Not
now, we haven't clinched the spot officially yet.
No, I think
obviously.
the only ones that have clinched the spot is LAFC.
Yeah, but, there's a really good chance. I just don't see us tripping up that bad to where we don't make it.
So, yeah, But yeah, so Friday night, San Antonio for Lake Travis and Cibolo Steel, and then Saturday is wrestling, football, then more wrestling on Sunday. Man. And relax on Monday. Happy Labor Day.
I think I might work, actually.
You might work?
Probably.
I'll be off. Because, again.
But, I mean, I have games all weekend, too, and then they start tomorrow, actually. So, I got one tomorrow, one, and then I got the cage fight thing on Saturday. So, yeah. Which I
got a tweet about. So, all right. That'll do it for, thanks to everybody on YouTube and Twitch for joining us. Have a great wrestling. Check out all the wrestling. Have a great weekend. Have a great long